Where are the videos, Alex? It has been 2 months and what? We get a fucking VOD? The last real video you gave us was 5 goddamn months ago. Even YouTube Short would have been enough. You're an utter disgrace. But this is your last chance. Pop off, King.
Round one.
Fine. You motherfuckers wanted the hentai keyboard. You've been pestering me forever about this keyboard. AecGem, when keyboard. Alex, when keyboard. When keyboard. I go live. When keyboard. Here is your keyboard. Here is the keyboard. The keyboard is here. I'm doing it. I've been putting it up. It's here. Keyboard. Look. Keyboard. We're here. For those of you who don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because I just came on here and started ranting like a crazed lunatic, basically I have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/AecGem. Please go look at it. It's in the description. Give me followers, give me viewers. I need clout. So basically, one of my Twitch chatters was like, "Hey, AecGem, if I donate to you, will you buy some hentai keycaps, some ahagao keycaps with anime girls like this, and put them on your keyboard?" And I was like, you know what? Sure, I will do that if you buy me the keycaps. And so they did. And I'm not the one to go against the word I give to a niche TikTok micro celebrity who asked me to do it. But after I looked at the keycaps that she had me buy and the keyboard that I have, I was like, oh shit, Corsair jebaited me, and I can't actually put them on my keyboard because I got a shitty membrane keyboard that fakes you into thinking you have a mechanical keyboard, but you don't actually have one. So I was like, hey, yeah, boys, if we get $200 this stream, I'll build a keyboard. I didn't expect that goal to actually get done. But some dude just flopped his wallet cock on the table, absolute schlongus on that fucking table, and he was like, nah, you're building the keyboard. And I was like, okay. And then that was an hour later, and we have $200, and I'm like, bro, I am just a little bitch boy. I'm going to build a keyboard, and I'm going to make content out of it because I'm the little money YouTube content creator Twitch boy. So now we're here, and I'm going to build a keyboard. But now we're here, and this was a journey. So when I first started looking at the keyboard parts, there was a slight issue. Keyboard parts are really fucking expensive. You homies that build mechanical keyboards, you spend so much money. Just the PCB alone is like $100 if you get a good one. And that's just not even like the switches, it's just a board. And that alone is $100 plus shipping. So I realized if I wanted to go through and actually get a good keyboard, because $200 isn't shit. That gets you a shitty, like, break in a month keyboard that feels like shit. And I didn't want that. I want to make a good keyboard for content. And I want to make a good keyboard because my fucking hentai waifus are going on this shit, so I need a good keyboard. And then I realized I need money. I'm broke. I am a student in college. So I realized I need to find an outside source of cash, of capital for you businessmen. I needed a sponsorship. And somehow I got one. I am a 5-viewer Andy. I don't know how the fuck I managed this, but the moment I realized I need money, Stream Elements sent me an email. And they were like, homie, do you want money from Satan himself? From a cult of rabid pedophiles? And I was like, okay, what are the terms of the deal? And they told me I had to play Raid Shadow Legends for 5 hours. And I was like, you could have just asked me to like suck you off, but that's a worse option, but that's the only one on the table, so I'll take it. I told my Discord I got a sponsorship from Raid Shadow Legends, and for some reason everyone came out in mass, even though I had to play Raid Shadow Legends for 5 hours straight on stream. Basically torture, like waterboard me at that rate. But my fucking Discord channel, like my Discord server came out in mass and fucking created so many accounts and got us so much money for this keyboard. And I was like, okay, that's fun, okay. So then after basically like being Raid Shadow Legends little cum slut, I got money. I got $370 from Raid to play a shitty mobile game on desktop. The graphics were so bad. And I got money. And then we got $570 in the end because we had the $200 from that first donation and then another $370 from Raid, and I was like, okay. So that was a month in to the keyboard, and now we're here. Now, let me tell you what I spent $500 of other people's money on when I built this keyboard. So here's the thing, when you're buying parts for keyboards, there's no free shipping at all unless you're on Amazon, at which point you'll get garbage. But for any keyboard, like part website for mechanical keyboards, there's no free shipping, and shipping will take forever. So if you order from multiple different stores, half of your budget just goes to shipping. It's actually so fucked. So I decided, yeah, how about we don't like shop around the entire internet of sketchy garbage and just stick to like a few reputable stores to get our stuff. I did that and successfully saved probably $200 worth of shipping costs. So let me just tell you what I got. So for the PCB and the case, I decided to go with the big fucking boy that is the GMMK Pro from Glorious. I've heard good things about this PCB and case. They come together, so I don't have to pay for them separately, and it's prefab, so my little gamer brain can actually know what to do with this instead of having to like wail around and figure it out on my own. So bought these together. Then for the backplate, got the polycarbonate backplate from Glorious. I got this because the GMK Pro is RGB, by the way, because every gamer needs RGB, and I want it to look nice. So I spent other people's money on getting a nice RGB keyboard. Then, for keycaps, the hentai keycaps that I'll show you later, that I spent other people's money on at their request. After that, I also got Glorious stabilizers and Glorious O-rings. I got all of these together so that I could save on the shipping costs, and thankfully it saved me a lot of money. To end it off, I also got an ACO USB-C cable to plug into the keyboard, which just goes to the PC, because for some reason this is USB-C. I don't know either. It's a really weird connector type, but you know, it works. Then I got a whole bunch of switches from Drop. I got Cherry MX Red RGB switches. These are just Cherry MX Reds, but they've replaced the bottom of the switch with a more transparent polycarbonate backing, so the light shines through better. The polycarbonate backing on these switches and the polycarbonate backplate means that I will have some motherfucking good RGB. This is going to be nice as fucking hell. So now that I've shown you the parts list, I also have a lube station over there. Let me tell you how to actually build this shit.
Okay, so after I unbox this beautiful looking case, the first thing I have to do is I have to flip it over and take out some screws in the back. What we're trying to do is we're trying to basically just take the whole case apart, and in order to do that we have to take apart those screws, and then once we're done we flip the thing over, remove the volume knob, and then the whole thing just pops apart. The next step is a little painful. I have to actually remove the PCB from the back plate that it's installed on. This is not as simple as it looks, and it requires taking out like a whole bunch of screws and getting rid of some weird pins. You can see me like trying to mess with this for a little while until I realize that I can actually unplug the thing and find the screws. But yeah, not the easiest process, but I get there eventually. Yeah, as you can see, it's a process. After I figure out I can plug the thing, I flip it over and do like more screws. This takes a while, so I'm just gonna cut them when I'm done. There we go. Now that I've actually taken it apart, I basically just take the polycarbonate backplate that I'm putting onto the PCB, Make sure that the foam is in between there because it all just comes apart. It's not glued or anything. And screw everything back together, and there we go. We've replaced the backplate. And next up is lubing. This is actually not that hard. It's not nearly as complicated as it looks. You basically just press the switch into this metal thing you'll see, and then you just take all the parts from the switch that come apart and you just put them into their respective spots. Then you just take some lube and use a really tiny paintbrush and just brush that shit on there. I'll drop a link in the description for a video that I used for a tutorial on lubing because I can't explain it here. I don't know how to explain it. You just put lube in places, bro. Yeah. I will include one fun little bit because lubing is boring. When you're done, you take the springs and you put them into like a little Tupperware with just a whole bunch of lube in it, and you just shake that bitch. Look at that. Look at it. It's so silly. Ooh, one last little bit that's really nice. When you're putting all the switches back together, you have the most satisfying moment of your life when you click those switches back together. Oh, it's so nice. I'll leave you some sound. It's so satisfying. And now for the most satisfying portion of the video is putting these switches back into the PCB. It's really simple. You just stick it in. It's plug and play unless you get like the worst board imaginable where you have to solder those bitches. But it's really easy. I'll just let the video speak for itself. So if you're wondering why the perspective changed, I ran out of switches, so I had to go lube more and then come back. So yeah, I'm dumb. I don't know how to count. And there you go. Now you have a finished keyboard. All you got to do now is add some keycaps.
Yeah, there we go. Now we have put together basically all of the important bits for this hentai keyboard. I will say this is one of the sexiest keyboards I've ever put my hand on, and I am entirely biased, but this is now my favorite keyboard. However, it's missing a little something, a little bit of that drip, you know, a little bit of that trimming. RuneScape scamming like. So I think I'm gonna add a little something. I've got these stickers off of Redbubble. These are just a whole bunch of degenerate waifu stickers that were not expensive. They were quite cheap. But I'm going to apply these to the keyboard to make sure it has that extra, so good, spicy, sweet drip. It has to look sexy, otherwise I'm doing these keycaps poor. So without further ado, let's put these babies on.
This part's pretty straightforward. I ordered a whole bunch of stickers off of Redbubble, but the issue with Redbubble is that all the stickers are too big, and they have like a centimeter pretty much of like white liner around it that I don't want. So I had to take a scalpel and just cut around it to make sure the stickers would actually fit on the keyboard. And then I just put them on, and that's that. Now there's some good drip on that keyboard.
There we go. This thing has the maximum drip per second that I can give it. It is going to absolutely look sexy as hell, and honestly, I'm really excited to see if it works because I've dropped it a few times and there's like probably a 50% chance it's just not gonna turn on. So yeah, let's plug it in and see if it actually works and get a cool montage. Yeah.
Auf deinen Senpai, ey. Heute wird es endgeil und statt Super Sentai schauen wir lieber Hentai, ey. Hentai-Helden läuft die ganze Nacht.
Hör auf deinen Senpai, ey. Heute wird es endgeil und statt Super Sentai